What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Shot Sports Podcast. Grab a drink, a snack. This is your weekly dose of sports where we'll break down and do a deep dive of the world of sports. Whether you're a casual fan or a diehard, we're here to bring you the latest, the best analysis, and the hottest takes. I'm your host, Jalen Nicholson Bourne. Subscribe, even uh, comment, and smash the like button for us, and tap the notification bell on the side so you can be notified whenever we drop so you won't miss one. Today we got on the show, Nazir Spencer. How
Yes,
was work?
yes, sir. It was good, man. We doing good today. Got some good baseball tonight with their big rivalry.
Yep, that's why I'm wearing my
Hold on, wait.
I had to
Hold on a second. Wait. You just
I
said
had
that.
to, throw on that Cubs tee. We got Cubs Brewers tonight. It's a
Uh,
little bit of a rivalry
what's
tonight
going on
for
here?
us.
What's going on here? I might as well put it on, huh?
Yeah, you might as well. I mean, hey, it's time for that series. It's
Time for a little
the
bro to take
Cubs
over.
series. It's time for that Brewers rivalry clash. Big series tonight. We're gonna get into that in a little bit, but I got I start work up in a little bit with
Oh yeah, announce that.
KSL.
Hold on, wait.
So,
And now Jalen's got a big announcement for all you don't know. He got if you don't follow him on LinkedIn, he got a new
oh yeah, I
opportunity.
do got. I posted on my socials too. So if you've seen it on Instagram, then yeah, you know what this is. But I got social media is now social media kind of intern, social media specialist for KSL 5 TV and KSL News Radio
Yes, sir.
102.7. So I'll be working with NBC here in Utah and Salt Lake City. So I'll be doing social media stuff with them.
You
And
know,
it's
technically we partners because
yep.
we partners with NBC 26 in Green Bay. So
Oh, so y'all the radio NBC basically.
no, we got a separate thing. We like kind of brothers with TMJ. It's like we good Karma brands. So 620 WTMJ is where I work, but we
Oh, so
partner.
you AM.
Yeah, we partners with NBC 26 like with information and stuff, so we can relay stuff to each other within the state. But technically speaking, we're partners when it comes to radio and TV. So
That's basically what 102.7 is. They all under the same
right,
branch,
yeah,
NBC. So,
right. Yes,
all
sir.
right.
That's dope, though, man. I'm proud of you. Good job.
Yes, sir. We trying to get to that social media in the sports realm, but we got to start off somewhere in the news. I'm just ready for the Jazz season to start back up because
Yeah, you technically kind of there. You got the N already. You just got to get that little experience, and maybe you can apply it to the Jazz and stuff. So
yeah, just got to be able to get that actual job. So we're gonna jump off and start off with the first topic. Obviously, as we know, the Nuggets survive. I mean, not the Nuggets. The Knicks survive in a thriller to eliminate the Pistons in six. The
Jalen
Clippers use
Brunson.
home court to get to a game 7 in Denver. So the Pistons went 1 for 12 from three in the second half. Brunson rocks Thompson and hit 40 points, and the game went with 4.3 to go. So the Knicks had closed on an 11-1 run for the last 2 minutes and 23 seconds to end the game.
Look, man, the Knicks. I don't know. Sometimes the Knicks. So the Pistons went what 1 for 12 in the second half or something like that.
Yep, 1 for 12 from three. Yep.
Man, they like Mikal Bridges really showed up too. 25 points, I think, and he played outstanding wing defense, which what they brought him there for. And Jalen Brunson, he kind of played a pretty good defense last night. He's not really known for his defense, but he really showed out a little bit. And Cat obviously being a big factor in the interior, along with Mitchell Robinson and OG Anunoby and all those boys. But man, the Pistons, they really they're going to be some trouble in the future, man. They're young, they're experienced now. They got playoff taste, and look out for the East, man. That team is going to be good. Cade Cunningham is coming, man.
So we have the Pistons going. They were 14-68 last season, and this year they were 44-38 to make the playoffs
What
and
a,
go
what
to
a
Game
team!
6.
What a team! I'm happy for them, bro. They have been through the worst. They have not been that good in our lifetime. And I mean, when I was like 2 years old, they won the finals. But they, man, that's good for them, really. But the Knicks play the Celtics now, which is, I mean, What else can you really say besides good luck? You know,
Right. I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean,
if the
you're going
Celtics
into
are
the fire right
healthy,
now. So
the thing with the Celtics that I've noticed is that when they're healthy, they always leave one of their starters on the court, and one or two of their starters on the court because their bench isn't like crazy deep. And even with Peyton Pritchard, they're still good because he's a 6-man of the year, obviously. But after that, it kind of gets a little hazy. Obviously, Al Horford's still good, but Hauser and whoever else is on that bench isn't like crazy good. I've noticed that they keep Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum on the court at all times, and when neither of them are on there, Porzingis is on there, Drew Holiday or Derek White is running the helm. Like it's no really much stopping or matching up with them pretty well. So it's going to be a tough one if you want to beat them in 7 games. I don't really see it happening if they're fully healthy, unless you're Cleveland. Then you have a chance, but still, it's going to be a battle.
Oh yeah, for those who didn't see the game-winning shot, here is Brunson's clip.
In defensively, 8 seconds. Brunson stops on a dime, launches. Oh yeah! Jalen Brunson buries it. Knicks lead by 3. The Brunson burner ignited.
That is indeed the Brunson burner, bro. Like
after that shot, it was 4.3 seconds left. And I don't know what the devil happened with Malik Beasley. It was absolutely ridiculous. That looked like Gary Trent.
Looked worse.
To have the game in your hand, to have the game thrown to you into your hands, and it goes right through your hands.
Hey, what did he have last night? He had 20 points last night.
Yeah.
He had 20.
That's just like Gary Trent when he had that 35-point game and he lost the ball. So all people are going to remember is you turning the ball over. You couldn't even catch the ball clean.
Think about it, bro. He was the only man on the team that could shoot last night. He had 46% from 3-point. That's unreal. He's one of the best shooters in the world, and he's 6 for 13 from 3. Everybody else, Schroeder was 1 for 4. Cade was 0 for 8. Hardaway was 1 for 6. Duren didn't take 1. Harris was 1 for 3, and Thompson doesn't shoot threes. So he was the only person that was on a heater last night, 46%, and he chokes the game away. It's crazy, man.
For those who haven't seen, here goes the clip for that miss or the no catch.
Cam looking, finds Hardaway. Hardaway back to Cunningham. Final seconds over to Beasley. He lost it out of bounds with 0.4 of a second remaining. He was open. He was open. Was looking to shoot before he caught it. Knicks.
Look, man, his post-game interview was also, I don't know if you have that or not, but his post-game interview kind of made me mad because he was like, I'm the best shooter in the world, blah, 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 all this and that. And I'm like, dude, like
you just fumbled your series in your hands, bro.
Yeah, bro. Like you say that now, but to be fair though, the Pistons kind of got, kind of screwed over the past 2 games. It this series should be tied or should have been tied at one point. But
they had like a 7-point lead.
No, I know they should have been up 15 last night.
Yeah, they had like a 7-point lead with like the last 3 minutes left, and then here comes the Knicks going 11-1 run to take the lead and win the game. So that just cannot happen. That just can't happen. And here goes some post-game sound from Mikal Bridges on basically saying that, okay, he knew when Brunson was going to shoot it. If he got some separation, it was over with. It was curtains.
Talking, with the shot in his hand, and how does he keep his composure? From your point of view,
he didn't really care. Let's be honest.
Man, I just know him so well, and I just think when high pressure situations happen, that doesn't faze him. I've just been around him so long, and he's even killed throughout the whole night. No matter if he's struggling, no matter if he's hooping, you can never tell. So all I just thought was just hopefully get some separation, and once he got separation, then I knew it was curtains. When he shot and made it, I felt like I made it. I was so geeked up. So.
You know who I need to see more from, bro? Next series, I need to see Cat shine, bro. And I know that's kind of off topic from the video, but I kind of was thinking about it.
It goes hand in hand because it wouldn't need to be curtains if Cat shows up.
Right, man. Like I had him on my fantasy team all year, and the beginning from like November to like maybe like February, he was like a top like 6 player in the league. It was ridiculous. He was he was averaging like 24 and like 12 or something like that. It was crazy. And he just hasn't done that recently. I don't know what's gotten into him. He only took 1 3 last night. He's considered the best shooting big man we've ever seen. And he just doesn't shoot it. Like he shot 0 for 1 from the 3-point line last night, 4 for 10 overall. He only had 10 points. He had 15 rebounds, which is great contribution, but his scoring aspect is what they brought them there for, you know? I mean, they have Mitchell Robinson to rebound, you know, when he's in the game. They want him out in the wing and shooting threes at the top of the key and, you know, being a menace on offense. But I need to see him do that against the Celtics. It's going to be hard because Porzingis, if he's healthy, it's going to be a rough one. But yeah, if they want to win, they need all players to be on point.
Yeah, and looking at the Nuggets series, I mean this is probably the best series of the playoffs. I mean you could say the Lakers was very entertaining, but for a lot of people they wanted the Lakers to lose. But
this is the best, dude.
This is obviously hands down the best series, like even series that we've had this postseason, and
everyone called it.
Yeah, I think and then James Harden had 28 points and 8 assists, and Jokic had 25 and 8 assists, I believe, something like that. And
Kawhi had 27. Norman Powell had 24 after 2 back-to-back losses with him being kind of trash. He scored, Jokic, he scored 20 of his 25 points in the first half, bro.
The biggest thing about it all is that Zubac played some really great defense on Jokic.
I'm trying to tell you, I said that at the beginning of the series. When it comes down to the wire, Big Zoo is going to lock him up when it matters. In the second half yesterday, Jokic only scored 5 points. That's pretty much unheard of these days.
Yeah, that pretty much he should have had like 40 by the end of that night. So
he had 20 in the first half.
Yeah, he should have ended with 40.
Man.
And for Zubac to step up in the second half and just, play lockdown defense the way he did. I mean, it was a couple of those plays that Jokic was just begging and crying, just begging for a call. And when the thing about the NBA is, especially in the playoffs that I've seen over the past years since I've been younger, the less foul gets called in the playoffs when you try to go look for one, when you try to go grab one, when you try to force a foul. It's not going to get called because you're trying to look for it. You're trying to get bailed out, and you're trying to, sway the ref like, hey, I'm getting hit. Like, that's not going to fly in the playoffs, bro. Like, you'll probably get away with that in the regular season, or preseason. But when it comes down to playoffs, man, you got to seriously get hit, and where then here's some hard contact for you to end up having that foul call.
Yeah, they're not gonna call these soft calls that they do in the regular season. All that regular season foul stuff is kind of for practice for the playoffs and what they shouldn't call, And in the playoffs, they know what to call, and if it's they have to be precise in the playoffs because these games mean a lot more than a regular season game.
Oh yeah.
So last night, I was telling people this before the series as well. Jokic is not used to people or centers or even forwards playing good defense on him because the NBA is a lot different than worldwide, Olympic basketball. Olympic basketball, they play defense. You can do all the things you can't do in the NBA on the other side of the world. Like in those leagues over there, you can play real hardcore defense and they will not call anything. In the NBA, Jokic can take advantage of that. And last night, that was kind of a taste of his own medicine. Like Zubac, he played great defense. He was in the running for most improved player of the year, and he was one of the best defensive players this year. And there's nothing much else to say. Like Zubac is going to do that on Saturday as well. So I'm telling you guys, if you guys think this is going to be like a crazy game from Jokic, I don't blame you. But if it's not, you know why it's not, and it's Big Zoo.
Yeah, in Game 7, Denver is 4-4. In all-time Game 7. They have all-time Game 7s in their franchise history. They've won 2 of their last 3 Game 7s as well. And the Clippers are 4-5 in all of their Game 7s in their Game 7s. So, and they've lost 3 out of their last 4 in all-time Game 7. So, from the stats and the history, it shows that it looks like Denver is the favorite here to pull it out. And obviously, they will be the favorite because they're at home and they're the higher seed. But, you can't really count them out either because Kawhi Leonard is playing on another level. I mean, the last time they matched up, Denver won 104-89. And I think the 2020 West semis in the bubble. So that was the last Game 7. And there's been 152 total Game 7s in NBA history. So it's about to be 150, I think 153. So
yeah. Another shout out to Batum. Why Batum in the game in the fourth quarter? But yeah, he played some great defense on Jokic as well. Kind of helped Zubac out a little bit on the 3-time MVP, maybe 4-time after this year. Who knows? But I don't know, man. Coach Lou's got it all figured out when it comes to Jokic in the clutch, because Jokic does get gassed, bro. I've noticed he does get a little gassed at the end of the games. He's one of the lesser athletic players in the league, but he still plays at a high level. Doesn't matter. But when he gets some hardcore defense on him, when you have a good coach that knows how to guard players like that, great players like that, it's gonna be very difficult. So I'm excited for this game, though. This should be interesting. If the Nuggets really want to win, bro, you cannot give it to Russ in the clutch anymore. I hate to say it. Can't be smoking those layups. That was
oh my gosh, unbelievable!
Man, I love Westbrook so much.
He makes a couple of those layups. It's a different game,
bro. They win the game. I think they win the series if he makes those clutch free throws. It changes all the momentum. You know what I mean? So it would have, if he made that layup, it would have sucked all the life out of the fans in the crowd. It would have put all the pressure on the Clippers. Like, man, you can't be doing that at the end of the game. You got to give that ball to Jamal Murray. I know Westbrook's a little bit faster and more athletic and explosive, but man, those clutch shots you got to let Jamal Murray hit, even though he hasn't, he hasn't hit. He lost a potential clinching playoff game for the 4th time in 5 tries over the past 2 seasons, I'm pretty sure. So, but Jamal Murray's got to have those. So
definitely. So you got Game 7, Clippers Nuggets.
You got
tomorrow. 7:30 Eastern.
Who you got?
I'm gonna take the Nuggets. I'm gonna take the Nuggets in it. I mean, I feel like, it's, when you look at it, really the home team has been winning.
I know, but I feel like it's the Clippers' time, bro. They got to do something. I don't know. I just don't see this team losing right now, bro. They got all the momentum back. I know they're going back to Denver. It's a hard place to play, but I trust Ty Lue over whatever coach they have. And if Jokic is off the court, it's gonna be I don't know. They're gonna have to take advantage of that. So
better hope Jokic plays all 4 games. I mean, they're giving the Nuggets a favorite right now. I'm not sure how many points, but they're 56.4% in matchup favorite according to ESPN Analytics. So
56.4%.
That's really close.
I mean, but
that's probably about a 3-point difference if you talk about betting.
Yeah, that's
not betting advice.
It's not betting advice. I got the Clippers. I think Kawhi is gonna show out again, and hopefully the only thing I'm worried about is James Harden. Can he be clutch in a Game 7? I haven't seen it.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think I've ever seen it, but it's either he has to, or if he's not, they're gonna get blown out. So if he can do what he did last night, put up 28 and 8 again, I like my chances with the Clippers. But we'll see. It's very evenly matched.
Yeah, for sure. They even have the same record at 52. I think 50 and 32. I believe the same exact record. So
50 and 32.
The most even series in the entire playoffs. But you got Rockets and Warriors tonight. Steph Curry and them going to come out with this one tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Steph Curry and them.
Don't worry about us, man.
As much as the Rockets played well last game, that's not going to fly in Chase Center. So you're about to see Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler playing at another level. And it came out there that Dillon Brooks had deliberately tried to hurt Steph Curry's hand. So
yeah, he admitted to it.
He admitted to it. So you best believe that Steph Curry is going to come out and probably drop 50. So
don't worry about us, man. We good over here. All the Shots of Sports players that were hating, other than not Jalen, because he's on my side. Every one of you that's listening and watching, I told you that Steph Curry is going to win this in 6. And if he doesn't tonight, he's going to win in 7.
And he's going to win in 7. I mean,
better
they're going
believe
to win the series no matter what.
You better believe it. And if they
Steph
don't win,
Curry Steph Curry and beating the Rockets is literally like you drinking water every day. It's going to happen. So
hey, 4-0 all time against the Rockets in the playoffs. I just gotta let that know. I gotta let y'all know. 4-0.
Literally Michael Jordan against them in the playoffs.
Come on, man. It's not
undefeated.
Nothing's gonna change, man. Nothing's gonna change. Udoka, I like Udoka, but he him and Steph don't get along, and after that 22 finals matchup. So hey, Warriors in 6. I got Warriors in 6. I got Clippers in 7. The Thunder's already done. Cleveland's already done. Unfortunately, Pacers are already done. And Boston's already done. And from looking at it right now, okay, real quick, Thunder, for my prediction, Thunder versus Clippers, I think Thunder might win that in 6 because they have so much rest. And
my gosh, they've been resting for about a week and a half.
Yeah, bro. And then they play what, Monday? Oh yeah. So
yeah, they've been resting a week and a half. Like
that's crazy.
They're gonna blow whoever they play. I mean, I don't think they're gonna blow them out of the water. But
no, I think the Clippers or Nuggets are good too. But I got Thunder to the Western Conference Finals, bro. That's automatic for me. Now
I got Thunder winning the finals, so my pick is still alive.
This gets interesting, bro. This would be the hardest. If Curry can do this, okay, Warriors can do this. This would be one of the hardest Western Conference runs, pretty much ever. You got a young Rockets team on the come up with a championship level coach, not a championship coach, championship level coach. Okay, then you have a superstar in Anthony Edwards with Defensive Player of the Year on the team.
All he does is just beat legends. Like
that's what I'm saying. So if Curry's able to do this, and then you got the Thunder, Clippers, or Nuggets. Any one of those wins is like a very, very impressive considering they're a 7-seed playing team. And then whoever comes out the West or East. So
the craziest thing I said, and this will be probably the last one. The craziest thing I said was that if Steph Curry wins this 5th ring,
what conversation are we having, bro?
We're gonna have there's gonna be a serious conversation whether who's closer to Mike or not.
I've been saying it for years already, but this is make like just solidify.
And I'm sorry, but LeBron, the Bron sexuals or whatever. But I'm sorry, but
hey,
whose era is it? Wins the ring.
Whose era is it? I'm just gonna say, hey,
if Steph Curry wins the ring, we're gonna have a serious conversation about who's closer to Mike.
I don't want to hear nothing about the Finals MVPs.
I don't want to hear nothing about the Finals MVPs. I don't want to hear nothing about how many MVPs. He's not even leading the all-time scoring list. I don't care about all that. All of that is stats and congratulations. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar did it, and we still say Michael Jordan was better.
Bill Russell got 9 rings. I know he only averaged 13 points, but he got 9 rings. It don't matter.
He got 9 rings, and nobody has ever talking about Bill Russell. So I don't want to hear about all of these statistics and championships. When we talk about if Steph Curry wins a ring this year or before he retires, we're going to have a hard conversation about who is closer to Michael Jordan.
Because Curry's 37. If he wins a ring at 37, who's doing that? Who else is doing that?
We would have to literally bump. I personally would have to put LeBron James behind Steph Curry.
That already is for me, bro. Curry's my GOAT. So I got Bron at 3.
Obviously, yeah. I mean, Jordan is still my GOAT, but I was kind of.
We know. But we know, Chicago kid. We know.
I was kind of born and kind of like brought up knowing who Mike was, and I've seen all like people that I didn't never get to see him play. I actually did. My OG has a lot of tape that she kept because she just loves Michael Jordan to death. Like she has a lot of tape and a lot of real like actual full games. So we sat like me and my sister had sat down and we was watching full games. We was watching games like him going up against the Knicks and what was it in 91 on a Tuesday in November. Like we've seen the games, bro. And to me, it's Michael Jordan, hands down. Sorry for whoever is LeBron GOAT or whatever. But if Steph Curry wins this championship or wins a championship, then it's going to be a new debate who's the greatest, him or Mike. I'm sorry, I'm pushing LeBron back. So
we'll leave it at that then, bro. Because we're gonna get a lot of heat for it, and I'm here.
I want the heat. Hey,
I'm here for it. We can talk about it.
We can talk about it. You know.
Hey, one more quick thing. My bad. One more quick thing. LeBron in the past 3 years, I think it was 0. He got swept in elimination, then won 4, and then this year won 4. Curry's
3
still playing.
times.
Curry's still playing. Hey, Curry's still playing. All right, that's all. That's all. I'm done. I'm done teasing.
Yeah, we'll get into this all. We got the rest of the playoffs to contact and see all bring this back up for sure, especially with the other guys on the cast too. I want to hear their thoughts too. So
Yes, sir.
we're gonna jump next into Cubs Brewers begin. I'm telling you, it's time. It's now time to the MLB is starting to take shape now. It's May and no one can say, oh, it's only April now. No, next month is June. In about a few weeks, it'll be June. And then we'll be starting talking about the All-Star break and the deadline. So I'm telling you, it's Cubs Brewers. They begin their series tonight, and they play in Milwaukee. Ben Brown is told to take the ball. And then Quinn Priester, I think it is. Yeah, Quinn Priester for the Brewers is going to take the ball tonight at 8:10 p.m. Eastern time. Cubs 19-13, they're in first. Brewers 16-16. I believe they're in third or right there in second, one of the two.
We're in third, yeah.
Ben Brown has a 6.04 ERA and Quinn Priester has a 3.79 ERA. So tonight might be a heavy offensive night because
6-5. I got y'all winning 6-5 tonight. I will admit, y'all go get it tonight, 6-5. Tomorrow, sad.
Tomorrow's matchup for Saturday will be Taillon versus Quintana.
Sad.
That's tough.
That is tough.
Taillon has been on a roll after the last 3 pitch starts, but you never know. You can't really say anything about the series. The Cubs Brewers series is really like toss up, no matter who's better. I mean, because they're gonna come and play each other hard. So
facts. Look, man, all I gotta say is I give my props to the Cubs, bro. This year, y'all got my respect. This year, I got my respect for sure. What, 19-11 right now? But
19-13.
19-13. Look,
yeah.
man, my respect for sure. But little brother's about to come up tonight, man. I'll let y'all know. I know y'all big, bro. Y'all bigger market, more money, more power. But it's time, bro. The young generation is here. The young brother is here. 16-16. It don't matter. We got pitchers. We got young players. We got hitters. We got first and second, third base. We got all of that. I'm telling you, man, it's time. We got the best fans in the world.
What's actually crazy is that what's actually crazy about all of it is that the Reds have 17 wins.
That is wild. That is, yeah.
They have 17 wins, bro.
They're pretty good though. So I don't know.
They scored 163 runs this season and given up the least amount of runs out of everybody in the division at 126.
And
the next lowest is the Cubs at 140.
And they're still second.
Whew. I mean, I tell you, man, they score a lot. I guess the way their motto is that if they score a lot, they're going to beat you a lot. Mm-hmm. And they're going to give up less runs because, the team's going to be out of it by the time they put up like 6 or 7 runs by the time the 4th inning comes. So that's what I take from that. As well with the Cubs, because they've also played like 2 more games, I think, more than everybody, I believe. But
yeah, y'all start early or something, or y'all just had?
Yeah, we started. Remember that series in Japan?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Forgot about that. I don't know if that counted or not, but yeah.
Yeah. That counted towards the regular season, and that's why everyone is pissed about it. It should have been an exhibition game.
I agree, but it is what it is.
It is what it is, but it don't even matter now because we own the series against the Dodgers, and we own the Dodgers right now. So we beat the Dodgers 4 out of 7 times this season. So we own statistically supposed to be the best team in baseball, so we own them. So
yeah, better. Hey man, that would be a good World Series, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that'd be a great NLCS for sure.
NLC, yeah, not World Series, but yeah. But hey, one cool statistic I got for you real quick. The Milwaukee Brewers have a 44-30 record versus the Cubs between May 2nd, 2020 and May 2nd, 2025. So
that's what I'm saying. Like, I remember last year when the Cubs had this red hot start and they had beat the Brewers up in Milwaukee, and we was feeling ourselves, and everybody was going crazy in the city. And then we had lost like 7 or 8 out of the next 10 series, and they fell below 500. And then they played the Cubs again. I mean, they played the Brewers again. It was another dogfight.
Yep.
And we had lost that series, and now the Brewers are starting to get hot, and they stayed hot. And so that's what I'm saying. It's like when the Cubs play the Brewers early, especially early, I believe that that's a big testament to how the season could end up going.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, what we play Friday to Sunday. These are going to be a very tough 3 days in Milwaukee for the Cubs, in my opinion, because there's nothing like playing your rival, man. Really,
no, man, I'm telling you, like
nothing like playing your rival. And when you play them, you better show up. Especially Chicago and Milwaukee, Chicago, Green Bay, don't matter. You got to show up. So,
and I like how the cities both have adopted, like the states, like Chicago and the cities of Milwaukee have. There's a big. They've all adopted a rivalry in all the sports that they play. So. I don't know if it's just being 90 minutes or an hour, 2 or 3 hours apart, but I think they've made rivalries with all the sports, like football with Green Bay and
basketball getting back there. They're getting back there.
Well, they'll get back there, obviously, but I mean, it's going to always end up being a rivalry because they always call it Chicago North or whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
So Milwaukee is going to always be a rival with Chicago no matter what because they're 90 minutes apart from each other. And then you obviously got the Cubs and the Brewers. But when people talk about, oh, my God, the White Sox and the Brewers, no, bro, it does not hit.
It's not there, bro. We just gang up on the Cubs. That's all.
Yeah, it doesn't hit. Like, what was it, Don, I think it was? He was trying to manifest a rivalry when it was the White Sox. But you're playing the worst team in baseball, number one.
It's not going, bro.
And number two, they're in the AL, so they only see you once.
And they blew us out.
And whooped that ass in Game 7. I mean, not Game 7, on Sunday.
Yeah. No, we got blown out yesterday. Was it yesterday?
That was yesterday.
8-0. Yeah.
I'm tripping. I'm forgetting what day of the week it is. But Thursday.
Give me your predictions for the next 3 games, bro. I want to hear all your predictions. Don't be biased either. I need real predictions. I got us 2-1. I got y'all tonight. Next 2 days, us.
I got.
If y'all sweep us, I don't know. That might be crazy.
I mean, I'm thinking it could be a sweep the way their offense is, but I have to give a game because it's the Brewers series. So I think, if anything, the Brewers will probably win tonight after coming off of a loss. I think they could get to Ben Brown. I mean, Ben Brown hasn't been really impressive at all this season, but the next 2 games that y'all got to face are like top of the line rotation guys for the Cubs.
Same with us on Sunday.
Yeah, Quintana and
Peralta. Peralta plays Sunday, and he low key nice this year. 3-2 so far, 2.5 ERA. I don't know. That's pretty good. He's pretty decent. So
the only reason I'm saying that the Cubs would take the Saturday and Sunday is because of the offense.
Yeah, I can't even argue that, bro. Yeah,
that offense is like that's the best offense in baseball.
Do they got offensive ratings in baseball? Can I look that up?
Yeah, you can. I believe so. Yeah.
Let me see.
I mean, I think the Cubs were at one point. I seen on CBS Sports that the Cubs had a 15.4% chance to win the World Series, and that's the number one. And they were the favorite. Then followed by the Tigers at 15%.
Sheesh. Yeah.
So it's like. I'm like, it's insane. Like, and their offensive rating, because as you can see, runs scored and runs allowed, their differential for that is 52.
Mm-hmm.
So they've scored 192 runs this season, and they've only given up 140. So that's a 52 run difference. That's literally up there with the Mets.
So y'all are number 6 when it comes to win percentage, number 8 when it comes to runs in the game. Number 19 when it comes to total bases in the game. Number 1 in run differential, which is wild.
That doesn't make sense when they like 18 for runs, but they number 1 in run difference. That's stupid. Like,
that's wild.
Like, whoever made that stat, okay.
I'm trying to find. Okay, we earned runs against GM in number 1 with 5.53. Earned run average is number 2. I'm just looking at the ones you guys are super high in. Your whip is 1.5. You're number 2 in that. Let's see. Hits, you're number 2 in that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they have the best offense in the league. It has to be. Like, yeah.
Yeah, you're considered. Yeah, home runs, you're number 4. Walks, you're number 5. Strikeouts or walk, you're number 3. Double plays, you're number 2. Errors, you're number 3. Interesting. Stolen bases, number 2. Wow, I didn't know that. And you're number 2 in stolen bases attempts. And stolen bases percentage, you're number 7. So, hey, got a good team around it, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I've given them the 2. I'll give you tonight because Ben Brown gives up a lot of runs.
Right.
But when it comes down to, I mean, as to like winning the series, like, I don't want to say it's a sweep because I can't really say it's a sweep because, it's the Cubs Brewers series, and some way, somehow, one of the teams try to make it competitive. So one of the teams end up having a tied series.
Right.
So meaning one of the games it'll either go 2-0 the first 2 games and the last game means nothing, or 1-1 and then the last game means everything. So it's like, I think just because of the way our offense is, I believe that if anything, the Brewers will probably win tonight because Ben Brown, his ERA is high. He strikes out a lot of people, but he gives up a lot of contact as well. I mean, what is his whip? His whip is like 189. That's like he's giving up 2 walks or hits per inning pitched.
Yeah.
Whether you combine like a walk and a hit, or 2 hits or 2 walks every inning. So it's like that's a really high whip. So it's like, but that also comes with a lot of strikeouts. Comes with 31 strikeouts. He has 31 strikeouts on the season. He's long, he's tall, 6'6". I mean, he's going to get the strikeouts, but he gives up a lot of base runners. So that's why I'm saying, like, tonight might be the night that the Brewers would win, but tomorrow, Taillon has been on a roll as of late. And
I don't know. Jose Quintana is,
and then Imanaga.
He's tough.
That's the Cubs ace. So it's like,
he's tough. Freddie Peralta's, that's a good matchup though. So
it'll be very, and then Imanaga got hit around in Pittsburgh, so he's coming to bounce back. So it's like, but it'd be very interesting. I mean, it'll be something. I mean,
I personally think tomorrow night's gonna be like the night, like the real big night. Like tonight's gonna be the opener. We might take it. I wouldn't mind if we took it. Yeah. And then tomorrow, Jose Quintana, 4-0, 1.14 ERA. It's kind of crazy. And then, your guy, 1-1-4 ERA.
1, yeah.
I mean, that's the big game to me. I don't know why.
Because Saturday sets up everything. I mean, it depends on who wins tonight. If you win tonight, then the Cubs are going to have to try to bounce back. And after losses, they bounce back every single game. But
I'm hoping we win tonight, you win tomorrow, then Sunday is like the showdown in the afternoon.
Sunday would be. They might put that on MLB Network depending on how the series rolls. So
exactly.
That was a quick look in, a live whip around the MLB. We'll look at Dodgers, Braves have a series again. You got who else? What's another decent series? You got the Mets and the Cardinals. That's not really too crazy because the Cardinals have been not the greatest this season, but the Diamondbacks and Phillies. That's going to be a good one.
A good one. That's a good one. Wow.
Merrill Kelly
is that in Philly?
Yep, sure is. Merrill Kelly is in, and that new prodigy that they got off of a trade from the Marlins, Luzardo, is throwing tonight. So that's going to be a series to watch.
It's gonna be interesting. That's a good series, bro. I love both of those teams. From like an outside teams. I had a thing for the Phillies 2 years ago, and they broke my heart. And then my family's in Arizona right now, so Diamondbacks always have my heart. So that's a good series. I love when those two teams and we match against them as well. So that'd be fun.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm definitely ready for Cubs Brewers though. So we're gonna jump into our last topic. We got NHL playoff game 6s. The postseason sports has not disappointed at all. The Avalanche rocked the Dallas Stars last night after a 7-4 to force a Game 7 on the hockey side. And then, the Game 6s, you had Toronto. It survives and heads to go play Florida. They survive against Ottawa. And then the Knights take care of the Wild to end their season in Minnesota. But the biggest one of the nights is obviously the Edmonton Oilers and the Kings.
That's a crazy matchup, dude. That was a crazy game.
The Edmonton Oilers won 4 straight to defeat the Kings and 6 after trailing the series 2-0 to begin. I mean, the Kings pulled their goalie with 4:18, and Doughty got a shot off and got it into the puck, but it deflected off Kopitar and it went in to pull them within 1. And then I think it was like a minute or so later, or few like 30 seconds later, they went on a fast break and hit the empty net to put it 6-4, but they fell short. So this is the 4th straight season that the Edmonton Oilers and the Kings have matched up.
Man,
I mean,
Kings...
4 straight seasons, and y'all have played each other 4 straight times.
Bro, they won Game 1 6-5, and Game 2 6-2, and
just fell off.
Leading 4-3 entering the third period in Game 3, and then they lose. And then, what is going on here?
That's the Kings' kryptonite. I mean, that's for the past 4 seasons. Think about that. This is almost half a decade that these dudes have played each other in the first round, and the Kings lost to these dudes 4 straight times.
We got to give some credit to Edmonton, though. They rolled out 4 lines and utilized all 6 defensive men. They were crazy. It was 2 goalies with what's his name? Pickard, right?
Yeah, Calvin Pickard was inhuman in those last 4:18. I mean, he did a split and got bum rushed at the end of the game when LA was swarming to attack to get the puck in. I absolutely don't know how he was able to keep that puck out of the net.
Right, it amazes me how they can do that stuff, man. I don't know how that's crazy to me. I wish I played hockey in high school and stuff, but
how about this?
What?
The biggest thing about it all is he was the backup goaltender. He didn't come in.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's the crazy part. Yeah, he
3.
replaced what's his name, Skinner. Yeah, dog. Look, now the Oilers, they got to turn the page a little bit, get ready for another tough opponent, man. So these
games,
got
Vegas.
Yeah, they got the Knights, the Golden Knights, and oh man, these games are getting out of control, bro. It's just.
Well, I always tell people that the hockey playoffs are going to always supersede any other playoff sport.
On the low, yeah, it doesn't get as much coverage, but yeah,
they don't get a lot of coverage because you got Canadian teams in it, and the market, it's not, you're in the U.S. and you're not going to really get too much of it because you're in the U.S. and Canadian teams, and we only want to really support the big, U.S. sports, that media and stuff. But
yeah,
the crazy thing is that Leon Draisaitl he played some wild defense to close that game. But what baffles me is that they played each other 4 straight seasons. And the Kings couldn't come away with 1 playoff.
Couldn't do it, bro.
1 playoff series win.
I don't know, man. Who you got then? This is the big question. You the big hockey man. I need your predictions because I'm gonna get mine, but I might be wrong. So,
well, as I put on the radio show that I for our hockey club the last night of our season when I was on the post game, I had the Winnipeg Jets winning it all, and
you got them tonight. Then I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick by them. But I had the Winnipeg Jets winning the championship. And I had the Winnipeg Jets beating the Capitals in the championship. And the crazy thing about it all is I had the Winnipeg Jets beating the Kings in the Western Conference. So it's like for them to lose in the first round again, I thought they were gonna get over the hump, but for them to lose again,
it sucks, dude. Like it really hurts to.
And I ain't even an LA fan.
Neither am I, but I like some good hockey, right?
I mean, I'm not even an LA fan, but I got a feel for that organization, man. I mean,
They be putting they
4
all
straight
into those
seasons
games.
and you lose to the same guy. You lose to the same team.
It's like LA versus Denver.
Literally, it's like the LA teams can't get over humps and beating teams that has their number.
At least the Clippers putting up a challenge right now. Man,
If that's what I was saying. If the Nuggets win tonight, all Jokic knows is beating the Clippers. I mean, all he knows is beating LA.
yeah, pretty
That's
much.
all he knows.
Since 2020. I think they lost in 2020, but man, that's
And all Connor McDavid knows is beating the Kings.
right.
That's all he knows, just beating the Kings. Like,
so you got Winnipeg tonight, and then who you got? Dallas versus Colorado. Who you got with that?
ooh, that's tough.
I got Dallas.
I had Dallas. Yep,
I got Dallas. So Winnipeg versus Dallas, and then Edmonton.
I had in my bracket that I picked. I think I picked Colorado to beat Dallas, but the way Dallas is playing with Rantanen and the kind of the personal thing behind it, because he was with Dallas, he was with Colorado to begin the season, and he got moved to the deadline, and now he's playing against the team in the first round, his former team. I think Dallas finds a way to squeak it out and upset Colorado. I mean,
yeah, I got that. I got that as well. And then who you got for the bottom bracket on the left side, bottom left? Edmonton versus VGK. I know it didn't start yet, but you got to get some predictions.
Well, I had the Kings there, and I had the Kings beating Vegas. So now that it's Edmonton,
Edmonton now. They got the hot hand now. Think about it. I mean, they both have hot hands, but Edmonton's coming off.
That is a tough one, boy.
I don't know yet, personally.
I can't even give a definitive answer. Like,
fair enough.
If I had to choose, I would just go with Connor. I'm gonna go with Connor McDavid, and them Oilers. I'm gonna go with Connor McDavid and the experience, and you just can't stop greatness, in my opinion. So if I had to choose now, I'm choose Edmonton. But boy, will it change if Vegas wins Game 1?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I got on the right side, I got Toronto, and then I got Carolina at the bottom.
That's not bad. I mean, either the last 4 teams, the last 4 series are hard series.
No, it's always going to be hard, but yeah,
the semifinals for each conference is hard series to pick.
Yeah, it's very hard. So that's how good the NHL is right now, everybody. These top 8 teams or whatever. This is how, or so be it. So let's assume Winnipeg is going to win or Dallas is going to win. These top 8 teams are very, very competitive. They don't take this stuff for granted. So
we got 2 Game 7s in hockey. Like, 2 games. Game 6. We have Game 6 tonight for Jets and Blues, but
we might have
Game 7. We might have Game 7 in Winnipeg.
You might have that Sunday night.
You might end up having Game 7. So it's like the way the Blues play at home. So
we might get a Game 7
Eastern
next
side. I got Florida and Washington in those 2 series.
I want Florida to win, but I don't think they will.
I can't trust the Toronto Maple Leafs. I can't trust them.
You don't trust them this year, though?
Not after what I saw against Ottawa. They should have lost last night, too.
That's fair. They
should have lost last night.
I want Florida to win. They play a lot better, in my opinion, because I personally had them winning, but I thought Ottawa was going to win, and Toronto just beat them. So it's going to be very tough. I really want Florida to win the whole thing. That'd be pretty cool, because I have a jersey of theirs, and from not a true fan. I'm kind of a bandwagon a little bit, but I like it.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting for sure. That's about it we got for hockey. It's getting down to it. It's getting to the nitty-gritty, especially for the NBA and the NHL. So
we go get some clips for the NHL too. I'm hoping to see some fights next few rounds.
Yeah, I want to see some game winners, low key. Like,
oh yeah.
But for final thoughts, we're going to just break the news. Obviously, the biggest news of today is that Greg Popovich retires from coaching. He's he's going to transition into full-time team president is what they said.
which is completely fine, bro. He's old, man. Time catches up to you eventually, man. You know, when I was first started off watching basketball, he always had a great team. He always built a great team. He always seemed to be the coach that everybody in the league looked up to, even if you are a high standing coach. Like Steve Kerr looks up to Greg Popovich because he played for him. And you know, it's stuff like that really, I love that about, you know, the game of basketball and football, any sport. If you have a high caliber coach and he's well respected around the league, and you know everybody knows him and knows of him, it really goes to show, like, probably changed the game a little bit. And I think Greg did, Coach Pop. So congrats to him on his little coach retirement and his little promotion to team president. And I'm excited to see what he does as team president, because they have a pretty big role in the front office. So I'm excited to see what that goes in that way.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be definitely very interesting. It's sad that I didn't get to, you know, meet him personally, you know, this season, because he got ill before.
Still might.
Hey, you know, you never know. The team presidents do travel. I mean,
yeah, I'm saying, well,
sometimes they do. So I didn't get to meet him this season because obviously, as everybody heard, that he was ill. So he pretty much missed majority. Maybe I think it was like 85 or 90% of the season for sure. Really, he missed the season. So
he was there for like the first 2 weeks, maybe.
Yeah. So
like that.
Didn't really get a chance to meet him, but you know, you never know what the future may hold. You know, you never know you never know where you'll end up. You know, you never know if, you know, where you end up seeing people in. Especially the thing about the NBA is that, you know, there's functions and events that, you know, we go to and, you know, collaborate with, and, you know, you got sponsorships, and you got, you know, community events. You never know where you might end up seeing someone that, you know, you never ended up seeing. Like, you know, I never was able to see Derrick Rose. You know, he retired last season.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I get to the NBA this season. So it's like I couldn't really meet my childhood, you know, idol that I grew up, you know, watching, you know, grew up around. And, you know, but I did get to meet Taj Gibson. So I was able to, you know, see all those people. But, you know, congrats on a great career to Popovich. You know, obviously from the Utah Jazz, we're all probably thankful for all the time you spent in the NBA and what you've done for the NBA. And, you know, you're definitely, you know, got our thoughts and your prayers. Hopefully hopefully the new role treats you as well as coaching did. That's all I have to say.
It sucks that we won't get to see him coach Wemby, man. I was excited for that. I mean, he's still gonna be there, and you know, they're still close. You know, he drafted him, but man, I was excited to see that, because that generational talent, when he gets that blood clot cleared, he's going to come back and win Depoy next year, and maybe even make a run for MVP if he can, and try to get Willa's team to the playoffs, which I'm excited to see, because I know he's going to make it next year. There's no way he doesn't make it, because he's just that great. When he was on the team, they were predicted to be like the 9th or 8th seed, they were 7 at one point, and
they were high.
Yeah, they were getting there from compared to last year, and you know, with him and Castle now, maybe I mean
3 straight rookie of the years.
Maybe they try to go for a run at Giannis. Maybe they get rid of Castle, because that's what they would have to give up. But hopefully they don't, and they are able to continue with their young team and build off of that. But yeah, I appreciate everything Doc's done for the game, as someone who's, you know, just studied the game for a long time and love watching basketball since I was like 10, alongside football. But I learned a lot from watching his games, when he drafted Kawhi, and the defensive schemes. I really learned a lot about basketball by watching that team, and I learned a lot more offensive wise while watching the Warriors. That's why I'm so Steph Curry, pro Steph Curry. But Greg, Coach Pop, he's got a lot of young students looking up to him, not just me. So I mean, every coach wants to mimic that, man. He has a winning season pretty much every year he's coached.
So not a lot of people do as well. Like 30 minutes after they revealed the news that he was going to be full time, 30 minutes later, they hired the assistant Mitch Johnson as the team's next head coach, which is basically the guy that was coaching this season. So he's going to keep his role, and and
They must
You know,
like him.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see for sure. I mean,
It's not a great coaching cycle this offseason, so you got to get what you got. And he was pretty good. They all respect him. They all like him. He's got a lot to build on. He's got a lot to improve on too. But you know, this is his shot. You got generational talent, 2 Rookie of the Years in a row. He should have been in Depoy this year as well, but unfortunate occasions happen. And
same thing with the Grizzlies. I mean, they hired their interim, Thomas Eluso, as their franchise next head coach. So there's not a lot of coaches out there that's still sitting there. I still believe Mark Jackson should still get a job somewhere, but it's probably not going to happen. I mean,
I don't think it's going to happen.
It's not going to ever probably happen. But
if Doc can get one, he can get one. Let's be real. But
yeah,
we'll never know.
Whether a team would actually want to, bring them from the booth, that's the question. But that'll do it for Shot of Sports. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Follow our podcast page on Spotify. If you're on the Spotify page, make sure you come over to the YouTube side so you can watch us live and interact with us live. Go to our podcast Instagram, follow that, and our TikTok. We do post reels, shorts of the shows, and we try to get question boxes in there. And you can always DM us on anything you like to answer the comments you may have. So we try to dabble into music, travel, sports, or film, life, or whatever it takes as well. We try to be a little more expanded. So coming at you live Tuesday, Thursdays, and Fridays, and we'll see you Tuesday.